Hi everyone, I'm JP Vivas, chef and co-owner of Freebird Sass Soul Kitchen out in beautiful Lumsden. Welcome back for another episode of Ballin on a Budget. So today, we are gonna emphasize more on the ballin part of the budget. We're gonna do a 3-course menu. We're gonna still try to maintain within the price range where we wanna be. So we're gonna increase the budget to $100. So if we can come under $100, that's a huge win for us. All right, guys, let's get at her. Let's head to the grocery store. All right, team, we're here with the protein aisle. Appetizers, this is what I'm feeling. I want some ground pork, and we're gonna make some meatballs. So we're gonna do a little 50-50 split, ground pork, ground beef. We're gonna amp it up. I'll show you guys how to make some meatballs. So let's take a look at what we got for prices here. Look at that, $3.51 for this pack of ground pork. That'll be perfect size for the amount of meatballs we're gonna do. We're gonna grab that, $8.57, looking good. This is what I'm thinking. I wanna get some pork tenderloin. Really good prices right now. And I got a great idea for the entrees with the pork tenderloin. So we're gonna grab this guy right here, which I see is $10.01 for one pork tenderloin. Really good deal. I'm gonna show you guys a crazy good recipe and very nice and easy to do. We're gonna get some bread. It's gonna be for the meatballs, and it's gonna be for dipping the sauce or ripping the sauce around with some bread. And I'm gonna show you how to put it in the meatballs as well. So let's go find some cheap bread. Look at that, $1. It's perfect. Crusty bread. Any bread will do, just as long as it's white. It's pretty bland, so we're gonna rip it apart. We're gonna soak it in some milk. We're gonna add it to our meatballs, keep it nice and juicy meatballs. And then some of this bread, we're gonna toast it up and drag it through some tomato sauce. What we're gonna get for our pork tenderloin stuff, I'm just thinking yams. What's the yams? We're gonna do a yam puree. We're gonna just get one big one, that'll do. So this one's good. I'll go, that's a pretty good size yam. We're gonna grab a couple onions as well, just cause I don't have any onions. I'm out of onions. All right, we're gonna get a pound of unsalted butter, $7.99. Got a sale on Parmesan for the meatballs. Co-op Gold Select, deal of the day, $8. We're grabbing it. Cause we gotta have some cheese on the meatballs, right? So get some condiment aisle. Let's go to grab some grainy mustard and some tomato sauce for the meatballs. Okay, so for the tomato sauce, let's just keep it simple though. Let's go classic tomato and basil. This will just be a good sauce, pretty generic. We'll amp it up. I gotta give this a taste anyways, but I'll make it good. What I like with my pork tenderloin, I'm gonna make this mustard cream sauce to go with it. Mustard's just good with pork, you know, hot dogs and mustard, but tenderloin and mustard. Okay, so we can't find any grainy mustard. Regular Dijon mustard will be fine, so we're just gonna have to modify the recipe just a little bit. I'm a texture guy kind of thing, so this is gonna be a little too smooth for my liking. So we're just gonna cut it with some fresh herbs or something, just for aesthetic looks. So for veg, I'm thinking Brussels sprouts, because nobody likes Brussels sprouts, and I wanna do Brussels sprouts. $4.98, one pack of Brussels sprouts. Don't worry, we're gonna make them really tasty. I think we got everything for the first and second course. Now we are gonna go figure out what we're gonna do for dessert. So I had this idea. It's gonna be a cross between a sorbet and a granita. Look ballin', but it's on a budget. I wanna do a cross between a pineapple and a peach. Ooh, actually, same price. We're gonna do it with mangoes. Mangoes and peaches. It's gonna be delicious. All in all, I think we're pretty much ready to go. Like I said, there's a few little things that you might be going over budget with, like if you don't already have it. So like I had to get some bread because I ran out of bread at the restaurant. We should have cream in the cooler anyways. We have milk. I ran out of onions, so I had to go get onions. So it all depends. Your budget can come in completely different. Like if you already have onions at your place, you might not need it. But everything else, I did actually need. So like I said, if you don't have butter already, I didn't have butter, so I need butter. All right. Good, how are you? Okay, we got a bigger budget today. We need to be under 100 bucks. 80 would be good. Under 80 would be even better. We're doing some meatballs. We're gonna do a pork tenderloin with a creamy mustard cream sauce, yam puree, roasted Brussels sprout leaves, and then for dessert, I'm gonna make a sorbet with the fruit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Look what you did. $80.
love it, love it, love it.
Well, you kept it right on the budget.
We are,
That's what you said, right?
we are good. We are good. Thank you very much.
You're
Great to
welcome.
see you guys. Thank you.
You.
Thanks for letting us do this.
Have a great day.
Thanks, guys. I think if we would have found the cream, it could have been over, but still, even just like a little bit of cream, we came under 100 bucks. No, we killed that one. That one was good. All right, folks, welcome back. It's reflection time here at the Bird. And if you didn't see earlier, the big total at the end of the purchases was $80.04. What did we want to say? Between 80 to 100 bucks, max at 100 bucks, but we came down to pretty much 80 on the nose. Round of applause from everyone. There we go. That was huge, actually, by the way. We're dialed in. I'm excited. Kurt's excited. Let's go through everything that we got today. So first thing that's on top of the bag that I did not want squished was the bread. $1 with tax, $2.69. Right on. It's probably day old. Still pretty good because at the end of the day, we're gonna be mucking with it. So it's all good. Next up, we just got our onions. Onions coming in at our usual $3.51 for onions. We need them. We need them. The yams, like, kind of crazy. $6.76 for yams. Just seeing we'll feed 3 people, most likely. It's a big yam, so that's only reason why I got one. Oh, what I said for veg, I didn't really like anything else, and I asked Kurt, what have we not done? So we haven't done anything with Brussels sprouts yet. So I know people don't like it, and sometimes it's hit or miss with some people, but I'm gonna make sure these are delicious. Trust me, you will like Brussels sprouts after this episode. Butter is just butter, $8. Unsalted butter, salted butter, same price. That's it, just get it, it's fine. Parmesan cheese for our meatballs for some shaving. $8 for cheese as well. Can't go wrong with that. Oh, and I even got a discount because it was on sale. Right on. Mustard. So you know there's a grainy Dijon shortage, but you can still get Dijon mustard. So we have to use this one. Don't worry, we're gonna modify the recipe. We're gonna add some fresh herbs to it for some texture and some color, okay? And the tomato sauce. What I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna give it a taste when we get into the kitchen. I'm probably gonna just add a little bit more oregano and maybe add a little bit more basil, actual basil leaves, and we're gonna mod it up a bit. But today, we're on a time crunch. We're just gonna amp it up with this. Get into the protein. Really good deal right off the bat with the lean ground pork. $3.51 for pork? That's awesome, man. So we got a little bit more ground beef, not a big deal. Everyone's gonna want an extra meatball at midnight or something just to snack on. Problem, not a big deal. Proteins, $8.57 on the ground, $3.51 on the ground pork. Pretty awesome deal. For our entree, this is gonna be great. $10.01 for this pork tenderloin, and you get 2, I think it's 2. Looks like 2. Anyways, I'll show you, and either way, it's a big one. Clean it up a bit. I'll show you how to clean up this silver skin right here. And then we're going to rub it down. We're gonna probably crush this in a cast iron skillet, get a nice crust on it, finish it off in the oven, let it rest, slice it up, fan it on a plate. And then for dessert, it's like an Italian shaved ice pretty much. But instead of using ice, I'm gonna use these frozen peaches and mangoes. Super simple. So this is what we're gonna do at the end of the meals. First course, we decided we're gonna do the meatballs. We're gonna take care of that. I think that's gonna get out of the way and we could hold that, keeping warm while we do all the other prep. Second up, we wanna take care of the yams. Let's get the yams out of the way because that's gonna take the longest because we gotta roast that, we gotta scoop it, we gotta puree it. Then it's the veg prep, which is the Brussels sprouts. So let's take care of that after. The easiest thing is gonna be actually the searing of the, like rubbing down the pork, searing it up, finishing it in the oven. For dessert, After all this is done, this is an easy dessert that we can do together, and it requires just your blender, maybe a couple of nice cool martini glasses or something like that. This one does not take any time at all. Since we got the frozen fruit already, it's gonna be perfect. We don't need to re-chill, re-blast freeze or anything like that. We're gonna scoop it, serve it. Let's get dialed in here. I'm going to start setting up in the kitchen. Let's start cooking. All right, folks, we are back in the kitchen and ready to prep. So first thing I want to do, I want to get rid of this yam prep. It's going to take the longest. I'm going to cut it in half lengthwise, okay? This bad boy is thick, so you're going to have to work on it. There we go. So all I want to do is cut it in half, skin on. So what I'm going to do is put it on my roasting pan here. That's going to take a while. I'm going to cut it down one more time. Okay. What I'm gonna do is hit it with a bit of oil, pinch of salt and pepper. Easy, okay? Take some foil, just gonna wrap it up, nice and tight. That's it. So I preheated that oven. We're gonna go about 400 on this. Okay. Forget about it. You got about an hour on that. While that's cooking, let's get that veg prep. Get all the tedious stuff out of the way. So we're gonna start hitting these Brussels sprouts. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna take the bottoms off. So that's gonna clear up, make it easier for you guys to peel. We're gonna do Brussels sprout leaves. Get them nice and crispy, a little salt, pepper, a bit of oil. Right on. Okay, so what I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna peel these Brussels sprouts. Sorry, I'm gonna cut them in half to get that much easier. Here we go. It's just like little baby cabbages. So here's the leaves. You don't have to go leaf by leaf, but just make it nice and thin like that, okay? I'll discard the core. If everything goes according to plan, these should be like nice and crispy. A little bit of a char from the oven too and all that, so buttery, salty, it's good. This will hopefully add a texture as well to the main course. And that's it. Okay, so we're just gonna put these aside, pop them in the cooler for a minute. Okay, now that those are put aside, here's what I'm gonna start off with. We're gonna take a little bit of this bread, pop it in a bowl, break it up a little bit. And take about less than a quarter of the loaf. That's all you're gonna need for this much. I don't want it too bready, I don't want it too eggy, I don't want it to do nothing. So I got my bowl here. What we're gonna do, crust is good, I don't care. Just rip it up into some smaller chunks. Let it break down a bit quicker. We're making the panade. It's like for your meatballs. You can do this in a meatloaf even. Okay, I got about a cup of milk right here. We're gonna add it to the bread. Okay, let it soak in here. Squish it in, squeeze it up, break it down. See that? It's kind of getting a little bit of a pasty, slurry looking like thing. It's nice and broken down a bit right there. We're gonna just put that aside. We're gonna start making, I like to saute maybe about a half an onion with some oregano, some garlic for my meatball. So we're gonna take about half an onion here. Yeah. Small dice, nice and fine. Just gonna take a hot pan, a little bit of olive oil, and do a small scoop of garlic. Want to sweat that down nice. You don't want to caramelize. I just want it sweat down, broken down a little bit, soften it up. Nobody wants a raw onion in their meatball, right? So what I want to do, I'm just going to add a splash of water just to kind of get the delicious bits off the pan. Just like that. Kind of deglaze it. Get all those delicious bits. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to set it aside, let it cool down because it might be too hot for some people to work with. So what we're going to do now, we're going to pop our protein in the bowl. A little bit of pulp. I'm going to start off with adding a good pinch of salt and some pepper to start off with. And crack 1 egg in there. I'm gonna add my panade in as well. All right, it's cool enough for me, but. Flavin it. We got everything in the bowl. Everything's good. I'm gonna incorporate. Make sure that panade gets in there. Eggs just to bind a little bit. You will have plenty of meatballs of this amount. Feel free to save some for leftovers for the next day. Maybe make a meatball sub. It's a good looking mix right there. Everything's properly incorporated. I have a sheet pan here with that's gonna be lined. For your meatballs, we're gonna par cook these to about 80% of the way. While these are baking in the oven, then we'll put our sauce in there. We're gonna thin that down a little. That's a little too thick for my liking, so it'll reduce nicely when the meatballs go in there. Okay, so what I got here is just a little bit of warm water. Wet hands make smooth balls. What I'm gonna do is get my hands a little bit wet and make some balls. You want them all nice and even. So make sure they cook at the same time. We're filled up here. I'm actually just gonna, might as well do the last few here. We got room.
How many do we end up with?
15, 18. Out of that, we got 18 meatballs. You get your meatballs ready to rock. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blast in the same temperature as our yams are cooking. Probably about 8 to 10 minutes. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna pop my sauce, start heating that bad boy up. Okay. Smells good, it's good enough. It's decently runny. So what I'm gonna do with the rest of this jar, I'm just gonna add a bit more water to thin it out. I had about half this jar with water to thin out. We're gonna heat this up. We're gonna let this bad boy reduce because we're gonna add our meatballs to it. Okay, so when we're gonna clean the pork tenderloin, if you don't have a boning knife, let's use a paring knife, which is fine. I do have a boning knife, but you guys most likely will have a paring knife, so I'm gonna use a paring knife today. And we did get 2. That's a lot. So 1, let's just do 1. 1's gonna be good. We'll put this one aside. So here's your pork tenderloin, okay? Looks like a beef tenderloin, but it's on the pork tenderloin. So what we have here is some silver skin, some connective tissue, blah, blah, blah. What I wanna do is stick it in. I want you to go one way, ease it over, pull it back the other way, okay? We want to get it nice and clean, so I'm going to go one way forward and then backwards. A little bit of fat here. Some of that you could just peel off. It's this silver skin right here that's going to be super tough. So I'm just going to peel the rest of this fat off. This right here, so skin you can peel off as well. Okay. Everything else looks pretty good. I don't care if it's like 100%, but I just want to make sure that silver skin is gone. See that our sauce is simmering. I give it a taste. We need to adjust any seasoning on it. Needs salt, needs pepper. So we're just gonna throw a nice big pinch of salt, some pepper, maybe a little bit more oregano. It's kind of generic to me, but all right, still good. Yeah, way better. Right on, right on. So what I'm gonna do with this pork tenderloin, it's gonna have a little bit of oil. Actually, we got this mustard. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna rub it down with some mustard. Just a nice little scoop. Right there, good to go. Okay, now we're just gonna finish it off with some salt and pepper. Pepper. Salt. Good. Flip it over. More pepper. More salt. If I got any fresh herbs kicking around. Okay, I just got a little bit of chopped rosemary here. It's left over. Gonna do that. Put it in our dish. And we're just gonna let it sit for a minute. And I'm gonna wrap it up. Little parchment. Let the mustard penetrate the meat. Okay. Perfect. Way to keep this at room temp because we want to make sure it cooks nice and nice and evenly. So we're gonna put that aside. So what I have here is I just got a small pot. I got some. Like I said, we had to modify the recipe, so I got a little bit of fresh herb here, some fresh dill. Just gonna do that. A little small scoop of garlic. And then my mustard here, I'm gonna throw a couple good scoops, just for the taste. 1 and 2, that should be enough. So we got a bit of cream. I have put about 2 cups worth, so I want to reduce it down to about 1 cup. You don't need that much sauce. So it's about a half a liter. Perfect. Okay, so these meatballs are about 90% cooked. Looking good. Still moist. We're just gonna plop these in our sauce. Meatballs be a bubbling. Oh yeah. Let's give these about 30 minutes. Get the sauce soaking into these meatballs. Sauce is getting reduced. So I got the grill on. I'm gonna just add a little something, use up some of this bread. We're gonna cut up some toast for our meatballs. It's nothing better than wiping down the sides of your plate with some grilled bread. Okay, so there's quite a bit of liquid in here. I want to make sure like this sauce stays nice and thick. The meatballs I'm hoping is going to absorb most of the sauce, but I want to get on that nice roll and bubble here. Sauce is simmering. I want that just to reduce down by at least by half. Pinch more salt. Pinch more pepper, and we want more mustard. That is not enough for me. So I wanted to kind of punch me in the face. Sauce is getting thick, looking good. Now I can start seeing the balls. If you don't have a cast iron pan, regular pan is just fine. Non-stick pan is just fine. If it's oven safe, even better. But like I said, when we first started this, invest in a cast iron pan. it'll last you forever. Just the flavor on it's gonna be really good too, so. Okay, I'm gonna check these yams. We should almost be very close. Oh yeah. Knife is sliding in nicely. Perfect. Gonna let this cool down for a minute. A little cream, a little butter for my yams. Just a touch, just to loosen it up. Put the sauce aside, heat up some cream. We'll throw just a nice little knob of butter. Let's do another one, because why not? We are ballin' today. She's simmering, sauce is getting, or for the yam stuff is getting warm. Melt down that butter a bit. Sauce is ready to go for the pork. Cast iron is nice and hot. I'm gonna yank out our Brussels sprouts. Okay. Kind of spread them out a little bit. Hit it with some olive oil. Give it a shake, a little bit more olive oil, salt and pepper. Good pinch of salt. Ooh, yeah, real good. With a rag, I'm just gonna carefully, because it's hot, scoop it out of the skin. See how easy that is? Oh yeah, look at that. Skin, right there. Oh yeah, looking good. Beauty looking yams. My cream and butter mixture is hot. I'm just gonna add it to that. Depends how you like your yams. I'm gonna add a pinch more salt, bit more pepper. Some people wanna add some brown sugar to it, but I don't wanna go get it, so I'm gonna add some of this co-op maple syrup from the grocery store as well. So, just a couple good glugs of that. Pop your lid. Give it a little scoop down the side. But that's what you want, nice and smooth. Let's start on this tenderloin prep. What I'm gonna do, just gonna add a little bit of oil. And I'm gonna throw a little pat of butter in there. It's called frying fat. Add a little bit of oil, butter won't burn too badly. Here's my tenderloin. Okay. Just gonna add it in here. Yeah. Don't be afraid if it's not completely straight. We're gonna be cutting it anyways. Let's try to get a nice looking sear. Do a little butter base. You can. Oh yeah. Get them seared. Try to get it all seared on all sides. Get that rosemary underneath with that garlic. Okay. Off in the oven the rest of the way. While the pork tenderloin is in the oven, we have our Brussels sprouts, seasoned, oiled, ready to go. Last minute, let's get it crispy. If you don't have a grill, or if you have like a George Foreman grill, toasting your bread in the oven is fine. Don't need to be fancy, it's just bread. I got a little bit of olive oil on mine. I lit up my grill. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna get some toasted up with some on my grill. Check this out. Check out these Brussels sprouts. Look at that.
Oh,
You hear that? Some grilled bread. Since it's just an appetizer, Remember, since we have this many meatballs, that many we had an extra pork tenderloin, like you can make this for a dinner for 4 for a little dinner party. Not a big deal. We had enough, and we came under budget. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sauce this bad boy up. Saucy. I'll pull sauce. Good right there. What we're gonna do is hammer these meatballs with this cheese. An obscene amount. You get cheese. You get cheese. Finish with a little bit of olive oil. Boom. We're gonna cut our bread. Grilled bread, just like that. Oh, this sauce thickened up nice. The mustard. It's good sauce consistency. We're gonna let this bad boy rest before we start plating. I'm gonna start off by giving my pork a little slicing. If you're gonna cook for some old people, they're gonna want this bad boy well done, but a solid medium. Still good. Start off with a couple good scoops of this puree. Looking to pop on the plate. There we go. Just like that. Purge out, good. Boy, yeah. Oh boy. Okay, just like that. We're gonna take some of this mustardy sauce. So I got my crispy Brussels sprout leaves right here. Just gonna take a nice pile. Actually, that'll be the garnish. Oh yeah, that looks good.
Wow.
That's it. Oh yeah. That's good. That's very good. That's not saying that because I made it, but it's like actually really good. Let's try the pork. Mustard. Puree with some Brussels sprout. Combined with the Brussels sprouts and the puree, really good. Let's try everything together. Winner. All right, overall, everyone, meatballs, very good. You guys should be enjoying these ones. And pork tenderloin dish came all together. That's a winner for sure. I want everyone to sit down and enjoy themselves for a minute. We'll get on to desserts right away. Okay, we're back, everyone. After that lovely first and second course meal, it's time to cap the day off with our sorbet granita. A little mixture of both, but like Keely. So what I have is my frozen peaches. I'm gonna add a little bit of those. I got some frozen mangoes. We're gonna add a bit of that. Okay. And to get the liquid to get it moving, I'm gonna add just some straight up orange juice in it. Super simple. I'm gonna knead it about the just submerged. Okay. Okay. Pop that on. Turning into a slush right there. Beauty. What we got here, I got a couple martini glasses. We're gonna work nice and quick. It's a little sorbet action. Easy, very easy. What I'm gonna do for add a little bit of sweetness, I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of honey. Just like that. Garnish with a little bit of basil. The basil in there is gonna be a nice touch. Easy. Ooh. It's a nice little palate cleanser after that meal. You know, I had the tomatoey meatballs and mustardy pork and sweet potatoes. This is a nice, light, feeling dessert. That's good. I want to thank everyone for joining me today, cooking this 3-course meal, coming in at $80.04. What a meal. So, any other questions? You can definitely turn that dinner for 2 into a dinner for 4 with that amount of food and that amount of money. Signing off from Lumsden, JP.
Peace.
Peace.